Hey there, thank you so much for tuning back in. It's already the end of Q4 and I can't believe it. It went so quick and so much has happened. And in this video, I'm gonna share all of it with you. Now, what to expect in this video? I will look back at Q4 and I made a pivot in Q4 and I will talk all about that and the larger framework. And I will also look forward to Q1 and beyond. Now, Q4, it was really wild and a ton has happened and I'll just give you the top 5. So first of all, I decided to hibernate YayBT and this was kind of an emotional decision because since August of 24 I worked on this, my DIY channel, and it was like, initially I thought like, this is going to be the thing. It's something that I enjoy. I enjoy making things and I think the world would be a better place if more people do this. And I worked on this like really hard for over a year. And after the summer I kind of saw like the writing on the wall, like this may not get as big as I think it will be. I made some changes and then for the next 2 to 3 months I monitored that and I was unable to get the results that I was looking for. I made a final post on the channel and I was like, well, I'm just gonna stop now. I had some videos that I still had to edit, but I was like, well, I'm not seeing the results that I'm looking for. And most notably, what I was missing was like long retention. Like there were a lot of views, but most people, they only stayed for like half a minute or a minute and then they were gone. So that really was an indicator for me, like, this one, it's not working. I need to pivot to something else. Now, also a really big thing, I went to Las Vegas for a mastermind. I went only for like 4 days. It was a really long journey, like 18 hours to get from where I live to Las Vegas. And if you're interested in it, I posted a couple of videos on this channel as well, so you can look that up. But it really was an amazing experience. I met with a very intense and very aspirational and very committed group of people. And initially it was a mastermind on storytelling, but it turned more into a mastermind on online business. And actually that's my game that I'm in and that I want to build out. And it was the perfect match. And also during that mastermind, I gave a presentation, like, you know, TED style presentation, like a really big screen, and that was about making a boring fiction for sleep video. So that's actually also the channel, like that was my pivot as well, that I launched on November 14. And I spent a lot of time on that, and initially I was like, well, I kind of have bandwidth besides doing this, but then something else came up and I actually needed all the time in order to build this out and to get it to work more further down the line. Like, it's not working as I wanted as yet, but I see which steps I need to take to get this to work. So the pivot, the big thing that I changed was like I went all in on boring fiction for sleep on YouTube, and I worked towards this for a couple of months. Like, I started in September to figure out how to do this on a technical level, and I was ready for the launch in November, so I really expected, like, I think this is like a hot market, so this is gonna take off right away. And then this happened. Like, video 3 was the breakout video, so like video 1 and 2, not much happened, and then at video 3 I was at my job. I was watching YouTube Studio and I really saw like the numbers going up, and I had about 15 watch hours, and then it just stopped. And what I found out later was that these videos, they had a low retention. So like, in a nutshell, a boring fiction for sleep video is an 8-hour long video. It starts with a narrative of about 15 minutes, then some music, some rain sounds for about an hour to 2 hours, and then a black screen until the end of the video. Now, what had happened here was that a good number of people, they tuned in, but they all stopped watching after the narrative ended, and that really was the signal to the algorithm, like, this video, it ain't delivering. And that was kind of unexpected and unfortunate, but I'm just gonna work with that. And also, since then the channel has flatlined. That's like the short of it. So I didn't give up naturally, like I still think it's an opportunity, but I just need to find a different way of getting this off the ground. So that's why I made a new direction. So I think I like to work in levels, so that's why I have on level 1, I have every third video is a booster video. So a booster video is like a 15-minute video, only narrative, and it stops right after the narrative. So like what happened with the breakout video, when people stop watching after the narrative, this will be the end of that video if one of these videos gets picked up, and then that will have like a really high retention, and that will be a signal to the algorithm that, you know, this is the good stuff and more people need to watch it. And yeah, so the goal is to create more videos with higher retention. That's like the game that I'm playing with that channel in itself. Now, and then the next level is I have more clarity on my avatar, my ideal customer, and that is like a person who spends their job looking at screens and who has problems disconnecting before sleep at night. Initially, like I had like an age range and stuff, but I think this is more universal, and you know, we all know kind of like if you spend your last hour before going to bed on your phone, it's going to be hard to fall asleep, and so that's why I just pulled it out and made it a bit bigger, and turn it into you know, a person who looks at the screen for their job, basically. Now, and I also have a temporary name for the larger brand. Like the idea is to produce some educational content on sleep, and then to have that lead up to boring fiction for sleep, so like the sleep stories. Now, what I came up with using Gemini was Silent Watchers, and initially I thought like, well, this is a really good name. I was working on that last week, and I was able to register the domain as well, so silentwatchers.com, and I let it sit a little bit, and then this week I was like, yeah, but like from a certain angle it kind of sounds a bit creepy as well. It's like, it seems like a group of people who are standing around something, not saying anything and just watching what's going on. That's a creepy name. I'm not feeling it. So right now I'm thinking about not going with this name and changing it into something else. What I'm leaning toward is REST protocols. So restprotocols.com is also available. And I think that's more in line with like sleep content and also with educational content. So, but yeah, just part of the process, like sometimes you come up with something and then it turns out that it's not something that's going to work. And I would say like that's okay, that's like part of the process. Now, and also I decided to repurpose my personal channel where I was just documenting this journey of building success online in an awesome way, to become that larger brand. So right now I call it Silent Watchers, and later today I'm gonna register the domain. So REST, boy, I need to get used to it still. So restprotocols.com, so then the name of that channel will be REST Protocols as well. And the idea is that on Tuesdays it will have educational content on sleep, so about like, anything basically. I will figure out different subjects to talk about, and I will lean in more on things that seem to be working. And then on Fridays I will release videos basically documenting the journey. So videos like this and all the videos that I already was posting on this channel. This is actually basically following a strategy that I saw online, and I was like, yeah, kind of makes sense. I'm gonna give it a try. Now, and also, yeah, looking forward, of course, like my big goals haven't changed. Even though I made this pivot, my goals are still the same, and this is on like a personal level. So still, I want to be monetized in some way by the end of Q4 of next year. Then the year after that, I want to be at about 1,000 per month in Q4 of 27. Q4 28, I want to have the same as my day job, and then Q4 of 29 I want to have a multiple of my day job, and by that time I may also have the freedom to say like, hey, I'm gonna do this full time. And neither has the feeling that I've had for the last year plus, and that's that of it's just a matter of time. Because anywhere I looked, like it seems like it will take between 3 to 5 years before things start falling into place. I really actually started only last year, so in August of 24, when I put some time and money on the line. That's when it feels like I actually started this journey. So I'm 1 year in, and 2 more to go until I get it a little bit off the ground. And what did change actually? So I think in Q4 I found a better problem to solve, and because actually sleep is also something that I'm struggling with myself. Like, struggle is like a big word, but that's certainly an issue. Like 5 years ago when we started having kids, like both our sleep rhythms, they were severely interrupted. Like small kids, they wake up at night, you need to get up at night to change a diaper, to get some water or some milk or whatever, and that means broken nights. And I really noticed, like on Fridays it feels like the feeling of a Friday, but on Monday I still have that feeling like I'm just running on fumes the whole time, it feels. And so I'm solving sleep for myself. I learned a ton, and I hope to talk about it here. And actually I think sleep is also a more urgent problem in general compared to DIY videos, because good sleep, it has a much bigger impact on your general well-being than being able to make a cabinet out of plywood, basically. Now, and also I think that the framework that I figured out this quarter of 2 levels, like with sleep stories for adults as boring fixer for sleep, and then educational content with the story, like the journey, as the video that's gonna feed towards that. And it's a system, and that means that I just have to show up, I have to execute, I have to do things to the best of my ability, and all those things. But I think that's a much stronger framework than just making DIY videos. Now, and of course, some things will still change. So I'm gonna fine tune the system, and maybe I'm gonna add a newsletter and some other things. And also, I'm gonna find a way to reuse the content of Boring Fixer for Sleep and to create like a next channel that is like ultra low edit, but it's gonna serve like a slightly different audience. And I think that's gonna give me a wider reach and a bigger audience, basically. Now, my final thoughts. So I'm in the journey. I started this journey actually only a little bit over a year ago. I had the ambition, I think, like for the 5 years prior to that, and I'm still in it. And I'm so glad I'm here. Like this is one of those instances. Like I just put a stake in the ground. Like, I want this online business to work. I want it to take off. I want it to go places. And it has been quite a journey. Like there have been some results, but not results that were big enough to say like, hey, I'm really onto something. But still I'm going on. And for the last couple of weeks it has felt like I'm climbing my second mountain. Like my first mountain, I reached the peak, I think in 2019 I really had that feeling. I'm climbing my second mountain. I'm not at the same level as the peak of my first mountain, but I'm getting up. Like the fog is pulling away. I'm cutting my way through the bushes. I'm crawling up, and I'm getting there. It's but I also know that the second mountain, it's going to be like a huge mountain. It's going to be way higher than the first mountain, and it's a massive feeling. Now, and it really beats that feeling of just staying on the first mountain and being like, well, I have 25 more years of work and I'm just gonna stay here. I'm not gonna develop, and I'm just gonna find joy in doing what I've been doing for the last 10 plus years. Not for me. I do see that a lot though with colleagues at my job, and nothing wrong with that, but it ain't for me. I want to create something bigger. I see the extremely big wave of AI, and I've seen it in the news, like most people who make it big, they do that by leveraging AI. So I'm doing that here, like I'm using AI wherever I can, and it's part of it. And this day, like on Thursdays, I'm working on this non-stop. This is the day that gives me energy. Like I can go from like 8 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon, and then still I have energy in the tank to continue after that. And that just tells me like this is the right stuff. This is what I need to be doing. This is what I should be doing, and this gets me excited as well, because it leans on a deep belief, a deep conviction, a deep statement, a deep desire, an almost delusional belief that I can do this, I can make this happen. And I think this such a commitment that's gonna get you places. And I'm talking to myself also right now. This is like a pep talk, both to you and both to myself. But it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. I'm massively committed. I'm feeling it. Now, and also a big thing this quarter was I didn't every day see like where I was going, and what I did was I kept moving ahead anyway, and I found out how to connect certain dots and how to move forward after that. And I think that this is like a general principle, like to move forward, to make progress, you need to be moving. If you stand still and not do anything, that's when it's not gonna happen. Now, and also, what I keep telling myself, and what I think is like a sort of principle that applies to anything, if it's an online business or any other career, expect 3 to 5 years where you're just reaching the baseline. And that's what I'm doing here. Like, I expect to make no money for 3 to 5 years, and after that, I'm pretty sure that I will be able to build something that's gonna last. And that's also the thing here, like, to build something that lasts, it simply takes time. Now, and also, let me know in the comments where you are in your journey. Are you climbing your second mountain, and how far to the top are you? And of course, let me know in the comments also how I can make these videos more to your liking. So, that's it. That's the video.